Aberdeen may have lost out on the Fire Play Cup, but Barry Robson is adamant that he will not be losing his North Macedonian striker, Bojan Miovski. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We're just about 2 weeks away now, less than 2 weeks even, from the January transfer window opening, and I think we all know one man that could be on the move, and that is none other than Aberdeen's main striker, the North Macedonian international, should I say, Bojan Miovski. And his goal contribution has been great for Aberdeen, especially this season. Last season it was very good. This season is even better. Whether he is scoring the goals or whether he is assisting the goals, one thing is for sure: when Aberdeen score, he is normally involved. But what we're also expecting Miovski to be involved in is the January transfer window. There's going to be a lot of interest in Miovski. We know there's interest from other Scottish clubs, including Celtic, possibly Rangers as well. But we know Celtic have got interest in Miovski. They're struggling at the moment with their strikers. Only two recognised strikers they have are Kyogo and O is always being questioned. Is he good enough? And Kyogo at the moment just isn't showing it. He's not been good enough. He's not scoring the goals. The tactics, the play, the system that Brendan Rodgers is using is virtually turned Kyogo into a dud. And Aberdeen could have the answer for Celtic and Bojan Miovski. But Barry Robson says they don't. Barry Robson says he cannot go. Barry Robson says he will not go, and that Bojan Miovski is not for sale. He even went as far as saying he's going to tell the chairman not to cash in on Miovski next month. This is what Barry Robson had to say. Quote, "We'll just have to say to Dave he's not allowed to go. There is a model at this club and we've signed a lot of good players. We're a good team when we're at it, and with Bojan and others who perform well in the big European games, people look at that. We want him to stay as long as he can, and hopefully he'll be here for a good bit longer." End of quote. So Barry Robson doesn't want him to go, and that's totally fair. I mean, Miovski is a great striker, probably the best striker I remember Aberdeen having. I'm struggling to think of one better. I actually can't. I mean, I really can't. It's been years. It has been years and years and years. I think Miovski is the best striker I've seen at Aberdeen, definitely in the last 2 decades. If there's been someone better, then let me know down below, but I can not name him. Robson also went on to speak about the quality that Miovski has got after his 2 goals against Livingston. Robson says, quote, "Bojan scored 2 great goals and probably could have scored a few more. There's more to come from the lad. We could see when he comes in there were things to improve on, but he's built a good relationship with Duke and Sokler. He's doing really well. He's always enjoyed the way we want to play on the transition. We want to find him all the time, and it suits him." End of quote. So Barry Robson doesn't want him to leave. Thinks there's more to come from Miovski, and if there is more to come from Miovski, then that is only good for Aberdeen, even long term. Because I think we all know Miovski probably is above Aberdeen. I'd say he will leave Aberdeen eventually. Realistically, I think Robson can hold on to him for a bit longer, but he's not going to see out his career at Aberdeen. So the better Miovski does, the better he plays, the more goals he scores. Not only is it good for Aberdeen right now on the pitch, but it's also good for Aberdeen later off the pitch financially, because you'd have to assume that the better Miovski gets, then the more money that Aberdeen can demand for him when they sell him. Right now, we heard rumours that it would take approximately £4 million for Celtic to get Bojan Miovski. Would they pay £4 million? I know a lot of Celtic fans have said no. I know a lot of Celtic fans have said it's not worth it. £4 million too much. It's not proven. He's an Aberdeen player. He plays in Scotland. This, that, and every other excuse in the book. But if we're being honest, I mean, Celtic have spent a lot of money on players over the past couple of years, and a lot of them have been duds. They've spent more than £4 million on some players. You look at Barkas, you look at Ajeti. There's been even players this season, the likes of Lager Bielka, There's players that Celtic have spent, Bernabei. You know, Celtic have spent multiple millions on players in the past from outside of Scotland, and they've happened to be shite. So just because you're buying a player in Scotland doesn't mean you're getting a lesser player. You can spend 3, 4, 5 million on importing someone for a European league or whatnot, and they can be worse than Bojan Miovski. So I think we need to, or Celtic fans need to have a reality check and realise that this guy is good and that he can be a good asset for Celtic. And as good as he is at Aberdeen, if you put him in a Celtic team where he's surrounded by better players, even though right now they're not playing well, but if you put him in the Celtic team, you would expect him to be better than he is in the Aberdeen team. He's going to get more chances in the Celtic team. Therefore, he's more likely to score more goals in a Celtic team. I think it would be a good signing. We need to stop running down our league. We need to stop just assuming that players aren't good enough because they come from the SPFL. Look at how many good young players have left Scotland over the past 6, 7 years. Started with John McGinn. How he was allowed to leave and not go to an old firm club is amazing. Then you had Lewis Ferguson, likes of Josh Dodge, Aaron Hickey. There's so many good young players that have left, and they could have been snapped up by, the two big teams in the country. So, yeah, I think Miovski is certainly good enough to play for Celtic, and I think it'd be a good deal. £4 million. I don't know if he's worth £4 million, but Celtic are desperate right now, and if you're desperate, then that's the price you pay, £4 million. So, yeah, guys, let us know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.